We are paying attention to what feeds us, what feels good, what gives us energy, what foods give us energy, and what foods take it away. It's your girl Ariel Simone. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is all about how I became a holistic nutritionist. I get that question all the time. People are always like, what kind of schooling did you need? What type of certifications did you need? How did you get clients? What do you do for work in Mexico? And I am here to tell you. No. All seriousness, but a lot of people do not know that I was originally a fashion model. So I used to do a lot of fashion and commercial modeling, and I legit was signed to an agency. I was even on America's Next Top Model. Yes, y'all, season 13. Kind of cringe now looking back at it. I don't even think I'm in any episodes, or maybe I'm in there for a couple of seconds. I can't even remember. That was like a totally different season of my life, totally different era. I kind of want to block out modeling because it honestly was just so toxic. So actually, I'm just gonna get to the story right now, if I'm being honest. How I became a holistic nutritionist. And this might get me a little emotional because everything kind of comes around full circle in a very beautiful, holistic, and I have to add, like, in a fulfilling way. It's very fulfilling because at the time, I just didn't know which way was up, which way was down. I didn't have much direction. But through time, that's one thing about Tom. Tom loves to tell you. Tom is a talenteller. Like, one thing about time is going to absolutely show you what's what, who's who, and it's going to show you why things make sense in the end. At first, I did not understand it. I did not like it. I did not want to subscribe to it. But now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, all right. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. So, where do we want to begin? I started modeling right after college, like actually towards the senior year in college. I used to go to SUNY Albany, and there was like this huge fashion show too, and I was like 16, 17 years old, and I was like the head of the fashion show. I was playing the Phoenix. It was a moment. It was off the album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and I was like in this Phoenix costume, and everything was just vibrant and energetic, and it was amazing. And that was my introduction to, wait a minute, I think I want to keep modeling. I think I want to start modeling. I think I want to do runway, commercial, print, fashion, all of it. So that was my number one goal when I was 17 years old. I was like, I'm going to be a supermodel. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be rich. And I'm going to get fat. That was the goal. And real quick, I do want to make a point to say that I was modeling before Instagram was really Instagram. Like the way it is now, it wasn't like that when I was a model. Actually, models did need to have comp cards. They probably still need to have comp cards now, but you had to have headshots, wear black bikinis or all black, things like that. And the ideal model size was 32, 24, 32, maybe 34, 36 here and there if he was a little bit more curvy. But the ideal size was for you to be extremely small, almost a little childlike in my opinion, but just very small. And honestly, they wanted you to be in between the weight of 109 pounds to like 125 max. Maybe, if I'm being quite honest, I think it was 120, because I remember one time my agency was like, oh, we need you to be 115, and I was like, oh my God. And at the time, a lot of my model friends weren't even getting their period, and they thought that that was a flex. At the time, we all did. We was like, oh my God, we losing so much weight, we're not getting our period, yay, we're sick. Looking back, it is so cringy, but it goes to show the times that we were in, but also it goes to show like how things change and what we want for ourselves has changed. What I want for myself has evolved and changed. But I'm just being honest with y'all, this was the phase that I was in, this is what I was craving, and this is where I thought my life was going to be led to. So I just want to be honest about that. And another thing, as an African-American model, there were not that many African-American models at the time. They were mostly from Europe or Africa, and they either had like straight hair or no hair, like a buzz cut, bald hair. So at the time, I just didn't know where I fit into that. My hair was natural, and then I would perm it, and then once I get it permed, they're like, no, we actually don't want you to have any hair. I would cut my hair off. I was doing anything that the modeling agency demanded me to do. Oh, lose weight, we'll do that. Oh, cut my hair, we'll do that. Oh, lose my hips, we'll do that. I will do anything to be a part of this industry, and I was consistently conforming and losing myself, losing my identity. And I am so grateful that I have transformed from that. So this is not a bashing modeling industry. This is definitely a space of reflection and an opportunity for me to recognize my growth and recognize like the things that I wanted then are not the things that I wanted now, and who I was then is definitely not who I am now, and everything has just played out the exact way that it was supposed to play out. But wait, so let me tell you what happened to me as a model that was my turning point. This was my breaking point. So I fly out to London and Paris, and I spend 1 week in London for London Fashion Week, and then I spend the second week in Paris. So while I'm in and out of castings and going to different auditions, I stop at a Starbucks. I'm trying not to even get emotional talking about this, but I stopped at a Starbucks and I called my mom on my iPad. And at this time, I am working out 2 or 3 times a day. I'm barely drinking any water because I don't want to gain any water weight for Fashion Week. I know that I want to model, I want to walk, I want to work, so I'm not drinking any water. I'm taking care of myself, barely eating, so I have little to no nutrients. I just was like, no. But I knew that Starbucks had some Wi-Fi, so I decided to call my mom and let her know how the casting and the auditions were going. I called my mom, and we're talking, we're having a good conversation. I'm just like, hold on, man. Like, I felt a little weird. Like, I'm getting a little dizzy. She goes, oh, get up and go get you some water. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. I didn't drink water all day. I deserve a sip of water. I get up to go get the water, and I pass out. Y'all, I passed clean out on the floor, passed out, gun off, party done for me, because I passed out. So all of a sudden I wake up and there's one person holding my feet, one person holding my head up, another person opening up my mouth and putting sugar down my throat, and I'm just like, what's going on? I hear my mother on the iPad, because the iPad fell, but it fell up. I hear my mother on the iPad like, help, 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 help. It's so funny, but she was like, help. And I'm just like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Remember, I'm in France, so I don't understand what anyone is saying, but this one couple decides to call their daughter that's going to college in Washington, and their daughter's on speakerphone translating for me, and she's just like, hey, my parents told me that you fell and passed out in Starbucks right in the middle of the floor, and they're helping you by putting sugar down your throat, and they've already called an ambulance. The ambulance should be coming in about 7 to 8 minutes. You're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. We just want to make sure that you're okay. We're so happy that you woke up. Yada yada yada. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? Did this just happen? So somebody flips the iPad up, because I hear my mother screaming like, put the iPad up! Somebody put the iPad up! I look over. Why is my mother smoking 2 cigarettes back to back? They like, doop, bring them out. Like this. Wait. No funny. No funny. The cigarette's like, look. Torn up. I'm actually about to call my parents right now. It was crazy. They look. I was like, oh my God, my mom was so scared. All you see is my dad coming into the side of the camera on FaceTime like, what's going on? Y'all, I'm laughing, but this is actually so serious. Actually, I want to call my parents. Hold on. All right, y'all, I'm actually going to call my parents literally right now and see what their take is on this situation. Hopefully she answers, because she's at work right now. Hi, mommy. How you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing so good. I love you and I miss you.
I love you too.
Mommy, so I'm shooting a video right now, right? So you're going to be on my YouTube. I'm shooting a video and I'm talking about how I went from being a fashion model to a holistic nutritionist. And it started when what happened to me in Paris. Real quick, what happened to me in Paris? On video right now.
Okay. You went to an audition. You came back from the audition and went into this little club. It was Starbucks. And nobody that spoke English.
No, you know why I was in Paris? They speak French.
But I'm saying nobody. I didn't know it was Starbucks. I thought it was like in this little off-the-wall, cozy place where you were sitting your laptop on a little table, drinking some water, so on and so forth. And then next thing you know, the laptop hit the floor, you hit the floor, and I'm screaming and hollering, Ariel, what happened? Ariel, what happened? Somebody get my baby. Ariel, what happened? And I'm looking at this, and they talking to you from the floor. I don't know what they were saying because it wasn't English. And I was like, somebody please help her, somebody, anybody help her. You said one of the ladies who worked there, daughter, spoke English, and she got her on the phone, and she was telling her what to do in English, and oh my God, it was a mess. It was a mess. I was so scared. I was crying so bad. I would never want to witness that in my life. I mean, you were passed out, the laptop on the floor. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I'm witnessing it because you were talking to me at the time. And I was like, oh my goodness.
I know,
I was crying so bad.
I know, and I'm sorry to bring it back to you. I know it's making me emotional too, but I'm talking about this because I was like, I just was so unhealthy as a model. I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking water, I was just doing anything I needed to do. And I was willing to give up everything. I was willing to give up food. I was willing to give up water. I was willing to work out multiple times a day. Do you remember how much I used to work out?
Yes, and you were really, really skinny, and they told you wasn't skinny enough. You was a 2. You said they looking for a 0.
I was a 2, and they were looking for a 0 or a double 0. And can you believe that now I'm a holistic nutritionist and a wellness influencer?
Yeah, because I don't know, I think maybe that gave you another wake-up call.
That was the wake-up call.
The wake-up call saying that you have to eat healthy, think healthy, is a wake-up call. Audition for Tyra Banks. Naomi Campbell had one.
Oh yeah, the face.
You auditioned for that one too.
The face, yeah, I remember the face.
You made it to the second go-round with Tyra Banks because you went to the college audition.
But that wasn't going to fit for me anyway because they really wanted like reality TV. They wanted to be in my business. They were like, what's the craziest thing you ever done? And I'm like, I thought we were modeling. Why is that important? Why is that important? Why is the craziest thing I've ever done important? I did say that. I did say that. Not too much, Mom. Not too much. Not too much.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And how do you feel about me now being a holistic nutritionist?
I am very proud of you, and I'm so glad that you're reaching out to millions and millions of people, touch them in a positive way. There's no prouder way. I am so proud of you right now.
Thank you.
I just want you to keep trying, keep striving, and please touch as many people as possible because we're in a position where we can help people, and that's what I want my life to be, and I hope that's what you want your life to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. Where I get it from? Where I get want to help people from?
Your mama.
My mama. My mom will help a stranger. My mom will help. Mom, who you helped today? I know you helped somebody today. I know you helped somebody within the last 2 hours.
Yeah, a senior citizen.
Really?
He couldn't hear, and my 2-year-old I was yelling at him, and he kept on saying, "She's not yelling at me. I can't hear. She's doing real good. Leave her alone."
Right. Because at any moment we could be a part of the differently able, for real. At any moment. So I love that. You're just always helping out, Mom. I definitely get it from you. I just was calling to talk about this story. I love you so much. I'm gonna call you back.
And Danielle too. You know Danielle too.
She's talking about my brother. My brother's very helpful as well. You raised some helpful kids. You did. You raised us to have a very good heart. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and call Daddy real quick and ask him what happened. And I just love you so much. And is there anything you want to say to my YouTube channel?
Well, tune into Abigail. She has a lot of good things to tell you and got a lot of good ways to influence you into being a better person.
Oh.
Stay in contact with her. And she will lead you in the right way.
Oh.
Take care. Nice speaking with y'all.
Big love, not the little one.
Big love, not the little one.
Say never the little one.
Never the little one.
We don't know what little is.
Yes. Live life to the fullest and please be careful out there.
Love you, Mommy. Love you. That was such a beautiful message. You are the best motivational speaker. My mom's a Gemini, which is the ruler of Mercury, which is great at communication. She is a motivational speaker. I'm not even being funny. She's a motivational speaker. If y'all think y'all like me, I get it from her. I really do. So, Mom, I love you so much. Big love, not the little one, and thank you for being a part of my channel.
I love you.
Love you, Mommy. I'll talk to you later.
Reach the world.
All the
Teach
time.
one, reach one.
Teach one, reach one. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that convo was a little long. Alright, I'm gonna call my dad real quick just to get to what he thought about everything. Hopefully he answer.
Hey, my
Hi, Daddy. Why we look alike?
I don't know.
Why we look alike?
That means you must look good. That's what that means.
My dad's a Leo.
You look good.
You are such a Leo, Daddy. I love you and I miss you so much.
I miss you too, Precious. So
Yes.
you said you was talking to mommy?
Yeah, I was
What
talking
did you discuss it?
Well, I'm actually shooting a video for my YouTube right now. So you're going to be on my YouTube. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
I am talking about my journey to being a holistic nutritionist and how I went from modeling to a nutritionist and to a wellness influencer and writer, and how I live in Mexico, and just my journey as to how I got here. And I had to bring up the incident with what happened to me in Paris. Do you remember Paris?
Well, when you collapsed? Is that what you're talking about when you collapsed?
Yes.
Cafe?
Yes.
In the cafe?
Daddy, what happened? Tell us what happened.
When we saw you, we were watching you, and all of a sudden, you fell out. We thought it was an act you was doing. we thought you was performing. I was like, no.
Oh, you thought I was playing? You thought it was jokes? You thought it was jokes?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. No, she didn't just fall out of this cafe. It was like me and mommy sitting there, we stunned.
Mommy had 2 cigarettes.
Did we see what we just saw? Did we see what we just saw?
It was insane. Do you remember how skinny I used to be?
Yeah, you was quite thin, yes. It's not like you're so big now. You know what I mean? But you like 90 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, I was. I really was. Daddy, do you watch my YouTube videos?
Yeah, you sent it to me. I watched it. I watched it. Look at my baby.
What you think?
Look at my baby.
What you think about those?
You know, Mom? Yeah, no, they nice, Mama.
Okay, because you play a lot.
Nice.
You play a lot. Daddy, is there anything you want to say about me being a holistic nutritionist? Anything about my personality? Anything like that?
You caught me off guard, Mama. You know, you give me time to prepare.
You don't know what you think about me?
Yeah, you caught
My dad don't know what he think about me.
Yeah, you caught a brother off guard.
What you think about me?
Well, you know, I miss you. I wish you was in New York.
I miss you too, Daddy. I miss you a lot. I miss you a lot. It ain't right.
You always had a lot of friends.
You say I was always motivational?
Yes. Yes, you did a lot of things that no one knew about but you.
How is that motivational?
You did stuff that nobody else would do.
I was doing stuff nobody else would do? Like what?
Like traveling to places you've been to.
Oh my God, yes. My dad is talking about traveling. So I've been to 17 different countries by myself. Let me know if y'all want to do a video about that. Because I backpacked around South America and also Central America. I used to live in Costa Rica. I used to live in Mexico, actually. I used to live in Tulum. I used to live in Ecuador. I did a homestay in Ecuador, Chile. I also did Peru and Brazil. Yeah, so it's just funny more. I did Tanzania, Mozambique, Zanzibar. Yeah, no, by myself. So, yeah, if y'all really want to hear about that, let me know, because I am a solo traveling girl. I love to solo travel. And now I'm almost fluent in Spanish, so period. Punto. Okay, Daddy, so say bye to my followers. Say bye YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
And say big love, not the little one.
Big love, not the little one.
Not the little one. Not the little one. All right. I love you so much, Daddy. Thank you for being a part of my channel, and just thank you for being just an awesome father all the time. I love you so much. You're like the best dad ever anybody can ever ask for. Seriously.
I love you too, Mama. All right, Mama.
All right. Love you, Daddy. Bye.
Love you too, Precious.
Bye. Yo. Yo, isn't that so crazy? Isn't that so crazy? Like, I was so destroyed physically, mentally, spiritually. I was not doing well. So I basically say all this to say I was hospitalized in Paris. I was hospitalized for about a week and a half. It was so terrible. I ended up missing Fashion Week completely. So I really feel like that was the universe and God, like, is not for you at all. I just want to remind you that you need to step into taking care of yourself. You need to honor more self-care. You need to eat your macro and micronutrients. It just got so bad. I will say the ambulance pulls up, right? And all the EMT people, big, buff, strong, healthy. I just was like, what is going on? Those are not the EMTs in New York or in America. Like, they just don't look like that. So I was like, oh my God, everybody is so big and strong. I just felt so a little dainty and just so fragile. I'm sick. Help me. Like, I just was feeling like real, like, hit me up. And they did, and it was such a nice experience. We ended up talking in the ambulance ride. Like, they were just like, where are you from? I was like, I'm from New York, everything like that. And it just ended up flowing very well. So when we get to the hospital, I was diagnosed with malnutrition and dehydration. So I needed to be pumped with vitamins and water for literally the next 13 days. It was between 10 to 13 days. I can't all the way remember right now. And the entire time I do not speak French. So nurses are coming in. They're always checking on me. I had to extend my Airbnb. And all I could really do at that time was sit with my thoughts, sit with how I got there, sit with my feelings, sit with who I want to be, sit with who I need to become, sit with how did we get here? After that, I was like, no, I'm studying physiology. I'm literally studying the body. I'm studying everything you need to know about the body. I'm studying what I need to do to be healthy and active and have a bright and energetic life. I want to feel lighter in my body. I want to feel good about my body. I want my body to work for itself. I want my body to know that I love it and that I'm showing up for it and I'm giving it exactly what it needs. That was the goal moving forward. And after that, I was like, I think I'm done with my plan. After I started studying physiology, I realized that I want to be a personal trainer. So I ended up getting certified in NASM, which is the National Academy of Sports Medicine. And that is one of the most prominent certifications you can get to start personal training. I decided to do that. I just kept becoming more and more obsessed with what the body needs and the way the body works. So then I also got certified in corrective exercise, which is basically making sure that we're in the correct form during every single workout. So I literally have a trained eye for misalignment in the body. I know when certain muscle groups are firing up and also when certain muscle groups are inactive and they actually need more strength training. I have so many certifications, y'all, but the more I started getting into physical fitness and the more I started getting into exercise and movement, I started to notice, 5 years into being a personal trainer, I started to notice that a lot of my clients weren't losing weight in the way that they needed to, or their bodies wasn't changing in the way that it needed to. And the more I started studying weight and muscles and the way the body works, I started noticing like you can go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. You can honestly go to the gym every single day. If your nutrition and how you eat and your digestive system and your gut health is not on par, it is going to be a lot harder for you to lose weight or for you to just feel healthy and active. You need to be eating in alignment with moving your body. The two go hand in hand. And I could really argue that nutrition is a lot more important. 80% of the health journey is nutrition. Yes, we need to be moving for our body, our bones, our muscles, even mental health, we need to be moving. But a huge part of our mental health is our gut health and our diet. A lot of our health and our wellness is centered around how we eat and how we show up. So that is what made me start getting into nutrition. I was like, wait. How we fuel the body is everything. How we eat and what we put inside of our temple is everything. And the more I started understanding nutrition and I started studying macronutrients and micronutrients and I started studying protein and carbs and complex carbs and really understanding what food is doing and how it is breaking down in our bodies, I started noticing like, okay, my clients are seeing some changes, but while I'm in these sessions with my clients, I'm recognizing we all know how to eat. We all know that we need to be eating more broccoli, more salads, more asparagus, more Brussels sprouts, more kale, more spinach. We know we should be eating that. We already know that. The thing is, we do not have the healthy habits that put us in a position to eat better. It is beyond knowing how to eat, but it's showing up to do it every single day. It is feeding your life in a way where we do not resort to emotional eating. It is being able to feed mind, body, soul, but also having habits habits that support that. It is beyond just eating right. It is having a morning routine, a nighttime routine. It is having creative hobbies. It is having a job that is fulfilling. It is having a social network and relationships that feel good and feed you, and you feel fulfilled and purposeful, and you just feel meaningful. You feel good about it. Everything is intentional, everything is holistic, and everything is health. Everything ties back to our health, gut health, mental health, spiritual health, emotional health. It all ties into how we eat, and how we eat ties into how we live. How we live ties back into how we eat. So everything is all interconnected, everything is integrative, because everything ends up coming back together and being all intertwined and related. So that is how I became a holistic nutritionist. I really went from being a fashion model to a personal trainer to a nutritionist to a holistic nutritionist, because I really went from, oh, I'm a model but I'm sick and malnourished, to a personal trainer, but wow, why is fitness not really taking it there? Why is fitness not helping people hit their goals? Oh, it's all diet, it's nutrition. So once I started studying nutrition, I'm like, bang, this is what we eat, macronutrients, this is what happens. But then I'm like, no, it's not how you eat, it's how you live. It is the people you engage with, it is the jobs that you have, it is how you take care of your stress, it is gut health, it is skin health, it is sleep, it is your morning routine, it is the amount of water that you drink, it is your creative hobbies. Because when we have creative hobbies, we're a lot less likely to emotionally eat. We're more likely to eat in alignment with energy. We're feeling light, we're feeling good, we're feeling joyful and fulfilled. It is all related. So that is my journey, y'all, from being a very sick fashion model to a holistic nutritionist, inspiring people not only to eat for energy, but to live for energy, to pay attention to your daily habits. How often are you food shopping? How often are you meal thinking? How often are you meal planning? We are not waiting until we're hungry to figure out what we're going to eat anymore. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing that. What we're going to do instead is go food shopping, have healthy snacks in the crib. We're going to pay attention to our emotional eating. When certain things trigger us to eat what, we are paying attention to what feeds us, what feels good, what gives us energy, what foods give us energy, and what foods take it away. Those are the things we want to be paying attention to. We want to pay attention to how we feed our lives. What are we ultimately doing with our energy? What are we doing with our time? How are we showing up and showing out for ourselves? How are we taking care of ourselves? What does our spiritual routine look like? All of those things matter. They really, really matter, y'all. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but start paying attention to your habits. Pay attention to how often you drink coffee versus how often you drink kombucha. Pay attention to how you feel when you eat certain things. Like, dang, this rice, this bread, this pasta make me tired and groggy and craving more sugar. But wow, this salad, this veggie wrap, this oatmeal, this veggie bowl, like this makes me feel energetic. This fulfills me, mind, body, soul. I actually can think clear. I actually have mental clarity. I actually can make better decisions and show up and communicate and engage with the world in a very different and holistic way. It makes a huge difference. So real quick, I want to talk about education. I did 3 years at SUNY Albany until my last year at Brooklyn College, where my degree is in marketing and advertising. Afterwards, I decided to get certified in personal training under the NASM program, and then I got certified in the NNCP program, which is the National Nutrition Certification Program. It is free, so I'll put the link in the description. And then I got certified in the IIN, which is the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. Now, this is where I really learned about holistic nutrition. I really learned about feeding your life. There's 12 different pillars of wellness that all attribute to our self-care and well-being, and that's when I learned about holistic nutrition. The more I started doing holistic nutrition and I recognized we are all emotional eaters, I decided to get certified at the Psychology of Eating. Now, this school was all about emotional eating, mental health, and why we eat the way we eat, where certain traumas come from, our home environments, things like that, and how to unpack certain things so we can step into a healthier lifestyle and choose and crave healthier options. Please let me know in the comments if you want to do a deep dive on IIN, or if that's something that you're interested in. I could really talk about this. I don't know if I recommend IIN really, if I'm being quite honest, but if you want a full-blown video on it, I got you. Just let me know in the comments. But yes, those are most of my certifications that are related to nutrition and how it is that I got here. So as of today, I am a holistic nutritionist where I have nutrition clients and we break down emotional eating, eating habits, gut health, and plant-based eating. Those are the main pillars in which I work with. And then I also host wellness workshops. Once a month, I'm always hosting a wellness workshop that is centered around gut health, emotional eating, all of the pillars that I specialize in. But most importantly, I just added new pillars, which is a morning and a nighttime routine, which is creative hobbies, finances, and books to read, books to help us elevate mind, body, soul. Guys, if you have been watching Full Cup, then you already know we already starting that together, and it is all about self-development, growth, and self-care. And then I also write wellness blogs. So on my website, there's an exclusive membership just for the holistic homies, where I drop exclusive wellness blogs on my wellness journey, on wellness tips, on new things that we want to start stepping into, new things that we want to start thinking about when it comes to mind, body, soul, things like that. But next, I am praying on this, and I know that I'm stepping into this, but I want to be paid for more speaking engagements. I have hosted a few workshops on wellness retreats, but now it is time for me to host my own wellness retreat. Yes, y'all, I am hosting my own wellness retreat. Once I get more details around that, I'm absolutely going to share it. It's going to be all about mind, body, soul. You already know that. So yes, and my next goal is just bigger brand trips and bigger brand deals that are in alignment with health, wellness, plant-based eating, and gut health. So morning routine, nighttime routine, skin health, all the things that help us step into the healthiest version of ourselves. So y'all, this is the end of this video. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. Please talk to me in the comments, because I like to talk back. Okay, y'all, big love, big love. Not the little one, not the little one.